All right, everybody. I believe we are live. Bear with me, as always, for a minute or two. If you're watching after the fact, feel free to skip forward. Just getting the old chat in order. Make sure I can read everybody's messages. Super Jen, hello. Lee, hello. Hopefully in for a nice, exciting duel, as the last two quarterfinals have been pretty damn good. Today we've got on the menu Barrels taking on Slam. And let's take it away and see where we go from here. Free Llama tells me we've got an Inca, and we've got an Inca in blue played by Miguel in his pocket. Menunez as the Bulgarians in the other pocket. Cool Cat as the Tatars, and last but not least, Team Captain Barrels as the Chinese in gray. Opposite of him, we got FedEx as the Dravidians. Dratek as the Romans in his pocket. Other pocket, King Boo as the Magyars. And Team Captain Slam, fellow Canadian, as the Portuguese in red. So Portuguese are taking on the Incas. Ooh, okay. Always fun to see a Meso Civ take on a gunpowder specialization Civ. Can go either way. We've seen a few games where the Portuguese just absolutely get swamped by Eagle Warriors. On the other hand, we've also seen Arquebus hand cannoneers absolutely rickety wreck entire Meso Civs. On the other hand, Chinese and Dravidians are going to be taking the stage to the bottom right of the map. Okay, curious to see what Barrels comes up with. Two avenues of attack to the east. One the players are already fighting over, another a bit of a north-south corridor. And to the west, one avenue of attack, and then another north-south corridor. So on the whole, 4 different ways the players can reach one another. For now, 3 extra Chinese villagers, the ones they start with extra, are moving forward. What's over here? We've got a couple of Dravidians. 3 Dravidians are heading forward as well, it looks like. Oh, FedEx is going to contest the location of the wall off. What's happening to the west? Okay, west is a bit more peaceful. Red and blue have agreed. Gray and orange have not agreed at all. Ooh, a couple of free swipes off at the scout. And it looks like our Chinese is going to lose the scout. Ooh, maybe not. Luring our Roman into a bit of a town center trap. Two more villagers are moving forward. What's the HP looking like on all these various units? And where is the Chinese scout? Okay, so with massive 3 HP left, he is on actual scouting duty. And at the end of the day, Gray wanted to wall off somewhere here. He's walling off somewhere here. Not too sure it's really the end of the world, whichever end of the alley they generally like to build up infrastructure. We've seen these players, they don't shy away from massive wall offs anyway, so the quicker they can get through fighting over these 20 tiles or so, the quicker they can get their economies up and running. It looks like the north-south corridor also. So Slam, a man of peace at the moment. Bofi Hip Hop, hello, hello. Glad to catch you in game number 1. As the entire village has been depopulated to fight over a few tiles. Thomas, good evening, cast chat. Greetings from Austria, from the night shift. Ooh. Thanks for joining on the night shift. Green is pinging over here. He wants someone to take these boars. Someone to go hunting. Okay, at the end of the day, Barrels initially over here. Then it looked like over here. Now he's now back. 3rd time's the charm over here. Is he going to leave some villagers? He's got 99 wood. That is so sour. Okay, did just drop off a little bit more. And so now can get a lumber camp up. And 7 villagers on wood almost immediately for him. So the northwest walled. This is the last remaining avenue of attack here. North of the berries, south of the wolf. Who will claim the relic? Buenas noches, fan GS. ¿Cómo estás? So far, okay, a repeat of what exactly happened here, with Barrels pushing north, FedEx pushing back, Barrels retreating back, and even more villagers are moving forward. Looks like these were villagers on food. So the last wall off here, I don't know that FedEx is really going to contest this that crazily with 2 villagers and a half-dead scout, although having a second Roman scout and a third villager. Okay, looks like Barles might be getting this relic after all. Yeah, I figured this would and the wall off immediately goes up. FedEx angry that he idled all these villagers, now building his own wall off. Okay, so all 4 parts have been walled. Gustavo, good evening, everyone. It's always good to watch AoE 2 while high. Ooh, enjoy it. Enjoy it and have fun. And then go and try playing it while high. Probably a little bit less enjoyable. I love your video intro. It makes me giggle every time. Finally, I caught you live. In Austria, it's 2 a.m. Damn. There's another fan who joins us from Vienna, and I think he also works the night shift. Super Jen agrees. I am the best caster in English. Thank you so much, FanGS. Una dia, maybe el mejor caster hispanohablante? No, no way. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Look at the mini map. Barles is pinging huge over here. I wonder why. Does he want wall-offs? Tower being built here by our Portuguese. Stone wall over here. I mean, this is a funny little area to invest stone walls in, because I mean, you're 2 or 3 trees away from cutting an opening. Although without any Khmer on the map, I suspect we are pretty safe until Imperial. Did anyone sneak any villagers behind anyone, any enemy lines? Doesn't really look like it. In Argentina, it's 9 o'clock. Yeah, it's 8 o'clock here. Chris, hello. Buonanotte. And gute Abend? I don't know how to say good evening in Austrian. I think in German it's what? Guten Abend? I'm not too sure how to say it in 2 a.m. You're a police officer on the border control from Slovakia to Austria. Ooh, are you sure you should be watching Age of Empires if you're working on the border? Oh man, I once took a train from Vienna to Bratislava, and it was a old train. Guten Abend, ja. Sehr gut, sehr gut. All right. Stone walls on the right, stone walls in the center. Tower push is going to meet a whole bunch of Bulgarian stone walls in the center as well, and you got it, stone walls on the left side as well. So, oh, look at that. Not every day you see this on Rage Forest. Cool Cat. Our Tatar, I guess, has had enough of his scout, has seen as much as he wants to see, and is now trying to pull the boar. You have to be so careful. You can't run too fast. You can't run too slow. And that's exactly why you can't run too fast. Although now a villager is joining in, so the scout's gonna what, block? Okay. So not bad. Oh, that's so annoying. After all that, our Tatar going up to 3 town centers. You'd think that Tatars wouldn't really give a shit about a boar, since every single one of their town centers, you get 2 sheep for free. And with the Tatar food bonus, it's not 200 wood, it's 300 wood for those 2 sheep. So what's he wasting his time pulling boars? He's already gotten 300 food for free. 300 food for free. I think green was pinging over here. Is he going to send a villager to pull those 3 boards for now? Looks like more and more players are hitting the old castle age. Slam and Barl's team captains on opposite sides of this dinosaur-looking forest. This is the mouth, the nose, the lower lip. They're going to be the last ones, it looks like, with the lowest scores. Not many cars at 2 a.m. All right, as long as I'm not interfering with your work duties. And Thomas, I asked this of Tomislav, who is from Vienna. I remember when I was in Austria, there was a restaurant called Centimeter, and it had the biggest schnitzels I've ever had. Huge mountain of French fries. Are you familiar with this restaurant? Is it still around? Does it still exist? Okay, so not going to pull these to the town center. Going to pull them around the berries, or maybe just softening them up. No, it looks like he wants to get them around the mill. Yeah, Bofi, exactly. Now is the time. Oh, Chris, also on night duty tonight. All right, everyone's in Castle Age. Everyone's going up to extra town centers except for Slam, who is busy trying to slam his opponent with a castle, no pun intended. His opponent, of course, sees all of it. And this is exactly why I wonder, is it really worth it that much to fight over all of this space when at the end of the day, if you get pressed into, everyone is always walling themselves off anyway. I get you don't want to have villagers sneaking into your side of the map. That's never good or great. Okay, counter castle by our Inca over here. Yeah, the pun was pretty much intended. You see right through me, Bofa. You see straight to the soul of the caster. What's the scout gonna discover here that's not already been seen? Not much. So, Incan castle attacking wall. Portuguese castle attacking wall. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I think your villager is stuck, bro. Menunez. Or maybe not. Well, he's definitely stuck now. Okay. 5 stone wasted, not exactly the end of the world. And this is, you know, when we watched the Red Phosphoru push with the Portuguese, and everyone keeps talking about how OP the organ gun is in early Castle Age. I mean, it's true, but the mangonel, if microed properly, can actually counter it quite hard. Lucky me, I don't live in Vienna. I don't know about this restaurant, but Schnitzel's Online deserves... Interesting. Nacho, welcome. Chris, what kind of schnitzels? Chicken, pork, veal? You're gonna have to be more specific with this group. A couple of petards here from our Inca. Anyone else find it strange that the Incas get petards when they don't get... The Mesocivs don't have any other gunpowder unit? I mean, those barrels are just full of gunpowder. Maybe they should get some kind of regional unit. Like a flaming camel version of the petard. But why don't they get hand cannoneers if they get men who are carrying giant buckets of gunpowder? There's such a thing as chicken schnitzels. I love chicken schnitzels. I love schnitzels, period. Who doesn't love fried animals? More petards being trained. No, has he busted his way in here? Yeah, he actually has busted his way through here. But a second Portuguese castle is here to greet him, right as what? Okay. A scout is pushing in. It's technically côtelette, not schnitzel, but the same thing. Yeah, Chris, in English we call them cutlets. with Erdapfelsalat und Reis. Rice, I'm assuming, is rice. Erdapfelsalat. Not too sure. Doc, nice to see you. How's Australia this morning? It auto-corrected to German. Okay. So a couple of players trying to bust into the other side of the map. Looks like a Bulgarian castle is now going up. So Slam is kind of getting his 1v2ing right now. He's got a contingent of organ guns. They're definitely not going to save this castle. Where is our Magyar? Okay. A barracks in the middle of the road. I'm assuming he has no other infrastructure, military. Yeah, nothing at all. King Boo has 360 stone. Unlike the Bulgarians who can build a Krepos with that, he can build jack nothing. You haven't looked outside yet. Alright, fair enough. Lemmy, nice to catch you again. Erdapfelsalat is potato salad. Okay. Lee is not lurking tonight. Lee actually said hi. And see? They love walling off. All these players love walling off. If you ever feel guilty about spending stone on an Arabia map, walling yourself in instead of palisades, just remember Rage Forest and the ridiculous amount of stone that these players expend. Okay. Castle and down, and like many a conqueror, our Inca is placing his castle maybe not right on top, but in the immediate vicinity of the castle he himself has destroyed. And now the Tatars are in here as well, 30 seconds away from elite step lancers. Their upgrades, +1 attack, fully armored. And now the monks are gonna shoot away the organ guns. So Slam is secure here for the moment to the south. He is still in the castle age. Everyone on Team Barles is in Imperial. Everyone on Team Slam is in castle except for Dratek, our Roman. And our Roman has to decide, do you go left or do you go south? Okay, looks like he's going a little bit of both. Getting conscription for his halberdiers. Earth apple. I've heard of it referred to as an earth apple in other languages. Let's go Team Slam, says Doc, supporting a fellow Canadian. You know what's not going to beat elite step lancers is your basic knights and light cavalry units. Oh, a couple of villagers tried to go after the Treb. The shitty thing about organ guns, if you're not familiar, they do have minimum range of 1. The shitty thing about step lancers is that they have 1 range. So unless he right clicks into the minimum range, these organ guns can keep firing on these step lancers all the live long day. Slam's base is donezo, kaput, over and out. Let's see what's going on here on the right side. It looks like a couple of villagers are trying to bust in, or maybe not. They're just repairing a wall off. We've got Treb wars here. Chinese Trebs taking on Roman Trebs with siege engineers. Oh, and now Slam's castle here in the center north-south corridor has fallen. And he's losing villagers, but 15 are still garrisoned inside. Magyar Cavaliers 2 minutes away from Magyar Paladins, and our Inca is walling this area off. Why is our Inca walling this area off? What is the point of this wall off? Magyar Castle is going to fall. Did he research anything relevant out of here? I don't see a Magyar Hussar. I don't see any Cav Archers. I'm assuming absolutely not. They call it tempura chicken. It's a schnitzel. Yeah, here it's called chicken katsu. It's basically a schnitzel. that they put into ramen, or you can get it on rice or noodles. It's all a variation of the same thing. Some kind of deep fried chicken sliced up in various ways with some kind of dipping sauce. Ooh. Thomas, is Christoph Waltz very popular in Austria? Or do we, are we just find him popular here in North America? Oh, damn, Doc with the clarification. Tempura battered katsu as breadcrumbs. Damn. Taking us to school. One culinary fact at a time. So, Slam is basically dead. I'm surprised he's even trying to repair this area as opposed to just focusing his resources on rebuilding his infrastructure. I was going to say military, but he doesn't have any military. Our Roman is going legionaries, which are going to be fantastic against these Bulgarian halberdiers. I'm not too sure how they're going to do against step lancers, but not. Ooh, sorry. Wait a second. What am I seeing here? Oh, these. My brain, so focused on chicken katsu, was wondering how the hell are we seeing Incan paladins, and then I noticed the Incan monks here. 12 of them, 15 conversions, and we've also got Bulgarian siege onagers. What's going on the right side? Absolutely nothing. Lemmy wanted to see how the Dravidians would act. Right now there's no Dravidian army, just a couple of halberdiers. Army counts, Team Barrels ahead, about 80 army count. Civilian population the same. He's got to be careful not to hurt his own halbs here, which he's doing. But the Roman is starting to mass an army. He is population capped. Halberdiers and legionaries. He's now getting Bodkin for, I'm assuming, his 1.5 castles. Oh my goodness, choke point against step lancers is the last thing you want to be doing. And look at the Incan monk. The Incan monk is, you think the Aztec monk is the best monk? Hold my frickin' beer. Or whatever it is that the Incas drink. Magyar paladins, how well are they upgraded? Not quite fully upgraded, still missing the last armor, barding armor. But well enough. 22 conversions now. We got Chinese bombard towers, Chew canoes, as a Treb shells away at them. Okay. Our Dravidian is parading his army. It's a very pretty army, but it might want to start joining in on the fight. Is there Woot Steel? Doesn't seem like Woot Steel. Should I really press Alt Z to use G-Force, the experience in-game overlay? I don't know why that randomly pops up during some streams. Hold my chicha. Or I guess hold my mate. Legionaries and halbs are taking on these step lancers that are quite stacked. Do we have committed tensies? Yeah, we've got committed tensies, baby. +5 charge attack. They train 50% faster. Yeah, Doc, that always happens. Ancient Incan beer, apparently. Okay. I'm really curious to see how many conversions at 32 right now. At the end of the day, these Incan monks have. The Chukanus keep pressing in. Our Dravidian has no gold, which is a little surprising since he's got no army, but oh no, never mind. He's going up to 11 onagers. And now the Chukanus are chasing trade carts. Hey, there's a full trade cart right here if you want to kill it. Hello, Barrels. Okay, does get it. But this is way too many Tatar step lancers. 73 step lancers, and yeah. That is a foregone conclusion. That was just an amazing push out of Team Barrels here on the left side of the map. Absolutely amazing. And Slam kudos to him for trying to 1v2. But unfortunately, our Magyar just way too late to the party. And it looks like orange and purple were holding here. But to be fair, I wonder really how hard gray was pushing in. He was basically on his own 1v2ing here so that they could be a 3v1 over here. Or 3v2, I guess. Magyar Paladins, 26 kills. Tatar Steppe Lancers, only 30 kills. Okay, wait a second. What the hell are these siege onagers firing against? Maybe the Roman? 61 kills. 8 friendly fire. It's not good, not great. Zuil, hello, hello. Oh, the child is fantastic. Thank you for asking. Knock on wood. He is asleep right now. 194 to 194 halberdiers. Very interesting. Let's see the economy. Biggest donor, our Bulgarian recipient, our Tatar. Relic gold for him as well. Most trade for, I mean, these numbers aren't going to be very high. Such a 40-minute game. What about 49 conversions? 49. Out of what looks like, what is this? 330, 430, 470. Yeah, that's like 10% of the opponent's armies. That's 10% of all 4 armies combined. Wow, that's a lot of conversions for our Inca. And Cool Cat with those Steppe Lancers gets the most kills. It's like an ancient craft beer. Not great, not terrible. All right, let's move on to game number 2. Hopefully it is great and not terrible. Bear with me. All right, Team Captain Barles, this time as the Vietnamese. Always a good civ to have on Rage Forest. Cool Cat in his pocket as the Huns, Menunez in the other as the Korean. And last but not least, Miguel as the Byzantines. Looks like he's going to be 1v2ing on this side. 2 bushes tell me that red is the Gurjara, Team Captain Slam. Somehow, again, the Slam and Barles have generated on complete opposite sides of the world. King Boo is the Persians in yellow. Dratek in the other pocket is the Teutons. And not Purelator, but FedEx as the Aztecs. So the Aztecs are taking on the Vietnamese. That's going to be fun to watch. And on the other side of the map, like I said, a 1v2, the Byzantines is taking on not only the Gurjaras, but also the Persians. I mean, if you want any civ to start pumping out huge amounts of counter units, it's pretty much the Byzantines. And it looks like Miguel says, you know what, forget it. I'm not going to try to push into your secondary stone. I'm just going to wall off here. And Slam says, you think you're going to escape without a fight? F that. And everyone's brought their friends along. 2 scouts, 2 villagers apiece. Doc, that's funny. Yeah, if you're watching, please do hit that like button. It looks like on this part of the map, we've got 2 avenues of attack, just like the last one, a slanted diagonal one and a north-south. And on this side of the map, we've got 1 avenue of attack. And let's see, again, everyone's brought some friends and scouts and villagers along for the ride. I am not into IPA beers at all. I've got a sweet tooth, so if I can't find a Coke or a Pepsi, the most hardcore I go with beer is something light like a Dos Equis or a Corona. Or any other kind of light kind of. There's a nice German beer, Stiegel Radler or something like that. I forget what. I'm not that big of a beer guy. And it's what my friend calls a breakfast beer. It's so light and refreshing. You've secretly been playing a game of Rage Force against AI. Ooh. Well, Doc, definitely in our community games. You know, buy alcohol, but if it's a special occasion, I'll drink. Yeah, I'm the same way. Superjan, you're more into dark beers? Like a chocolate stout. Every time I first of all, I'm a sucker for marketing. Anyone who knows me will tell you if there's any kind of new, like I'm the idiot that bought the Game of Thrones wine when it came out. That's how bad I am. Anytime anything new comes out, immediately I have to buy it. So anytime I hear something like chocolate flavored beer, I'm like, ooh, I have to try this. Thomas, you know where I had really good beer? The Czech Republic in Prague. I had really good light beer. But yeah, I think, and I remember in Berlin, they were serving beer at the McDonald's many, many years ago. I don't know if they still do. Okay. This is always funny. They fight, like last game. There is still one Aztec villager here behind enemy lines. Not for much longer. Green is pinging. He wants the borders. He wants the wall off, an emergency, just in case wall off. Looks like our Persian is going to take the lake to the rear. By the way, how many lakes are we working with? Looks like 3 apiece. And what a bunch of ugly lakes. Look at this. Ugly. Okay, decent. Ugly. So 3 decent lakes, 3 ugly, misshapen lake. Stiegel is Austrian? Okay. Lemmy, somebody commented on one of the live streams from like a month ago that they enjoy my videos, but the fact that I don't respect the villager battles means that they can no longer watch my live streams. And I was like, okay, fair enough. Everybody likes different aspects of the game. I have I shouldn't say no interest. There's nothing in this game I have no interest in, but I don't really care if they wall off here or here. Like we saw, for example, if gray presses in, orange is just going to wall around it like in arena. Or if orange presses in, then gray is going to wall up right here. Like, it's so predictable that you know what's going to happen. And then once you reach Castle Age and Mangonels come out, none of the wall-offs matter anyway. But that's just my opinion. The famous McDonald's beer garden is in Berlin. Oh, man. Austria is the 3rd biggest beer drinking nation in the world. Damn. Yeah, Bofi. I discovered 2 things in Berlin in the McDonald's. Number 1, that they serve beer, and number 2, that they put mayonnaise on French fries. The left-hand peanut butter milk stout. Damn. Is it sweet? The American light beer of Europe. I don't mind light beer. That's why, yeah, Thomas, I mentioned I really enjoyed the beer in the Czech Republic.
Okay.
The food in Czech Republic wasn't good. The beer was fantastic. Yeah, Lemmy, I was like, I read the comment and I was like, oh, okay. You know, I mean, fair enough. Weird reason, but... And then somebody the other day commented that I have great casting. It's a shame I don't cast more than 30 seconds of each game. I guess they must have caught part of the live stream where we went off on a complete tangent about food or Nicolas Cage or whatever the hell we go off on tangents on here. Wondering if you'd ever tell us about some food that wasn't just amazing. I'm not into seafood. That's my, like... You'll never catch me eating... I mean, when I go to sushi restaurants, I get an avocado roll. At most, I'll get a California roll with fake crab. Yeah, the Radler is a grapefruit flavored, if it's the same as the one they sell here. Yeah, Chris, that's why I can't, like... my parents just came back from Sicily a month ago, and they were telling us about all the amazing food they ate, and the seafood, and the mussels, and the crabs, and the fresh fish, and all this. And I'm like, none of that really appeals to me. A beer and pretzel kind of stream. I appreciate that, Love Me. I think that I think I cast a good amount of the game. It's hard to cast to be excited unless you guys want me to shoutcast like, oh my god, 4 villagers are attacking the palisade is collapsing, and with it go Barles' chances of winning the tournament, blah 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 blah. I mean, it's you know, 4 villagers attacking a palisade with a wall off right behind it. Although, to be fair, Barles could have probably walled off 1 tile further because the tower is going to reach these parts now. You know where you don't want to buy beer or anything is Norway. You want to hear a funny story of alcohol and different European countries? So I did that. I think I told you guys I did a student exchange. I lived for about 5-6 months in Norway. And during that time, I would hop on Ryanair flights. I basically told my professors, because it was pass-fail, I didn't really care about the marks. And I told the professors, like, I chose your class because there's no exam. There's a paper. Tell me the topic of the paper. I'll write the paper in the first month. And then you're not going to see me again because I'm probably going to be traveling. I'm from North America. We don't get to Europe very often. In Norway, everything is so ridiculously expensive. Everything is expensive. And so I took a trip for 2 weeks to Italy. And it was northern Italy. Milan, Cinque Terre. And then we went to Lugano. We tried to get into Monaco, but my friend forgot his passport. And anyway, at the time, we were living with a bunch of students, and we were all very much into Ballantine's whiskey. Just like a cheap whiskey, except in Norway, where it's like literally 4.5 times, 5 times the price of anywhere else. And when I came back from Milan, I wore every item of clothing. I literally flew from Milan to Oslo. I think by way of Stansted in London. Or was it the other one, Gatwick? I forget which. There was some like little airport that I stopped in. But I wore 5 pairs of underwear. I wore 4 pairs of pants. All on top of one another. And my carry-on bag, because I was a student, I didn't want to do check-in luggage and pay for it. My carry-on was full of 12 bottles of Ballantine whiskey. Each one wrapped in like a pair of socks or a pair of underwear. Or a pair of like t-shirt or something, just so they wouldn't break. And then I walked through Norwegian customs in Oslo, and obviously they saw that I looked really weird. I'm like 5'6". I'm not a tall person, and I had like legs the size of tree trunks because I was wearing so many pants. And they tried to pull me over at the customs. They started yelling at me in Norwegian, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, oh, no, sorry, I don't speak Norwegian. My friend is waiting. I have to go. And I just ran away, and nobody chased me. And I was like the hero of the student dorm because I had brought back a dozen bottles of Ballantine. Anyway, that's my story. Tomislav, you're not the only Austrian in the chat tonight. Thomas is also in Austria. But anyway, I risked imprisonment and confiscation of my booze because 12 bottles of Ballantine's whiskey in Milan literally cost the same as 3 or 4 bottles in Oslo. Anyway, Miguel, our Byzantine, is having some issues here. Gurjara Navy taking on Byzantine Navy. It looks like for the moment our Gurjara is winning. Miguel, no longer training anything. What's the border looking like between these two players? Okay. I love the use of outposts, by the way. I guess 20 minutes into the game, we should probably look at the game, right? The king of the dorms. Oh, Doc. It's a long trip from Oslo to Australia. Although my friend did do his exchange. He did in Canberra. And man, oh man, the stories that I heard of him and his travels across Australia. Not a lot can be repeated in a chat, in polite company, let's say. Tomislav, you think it's the worst whiskey in the world? It's possible. There's a lot of bad whiskeys out there. Doc, you're gonna marry a Scandinavian? Okay, you could do worse. Could do worse. By the way, let's see what everyone's doing, because Slam and Miguel, big surprise, the ones wasting their resources fighting over a couple of fish, are the last to hit the castle age. Looks like it is going to be Miguel, actually, who is last. Slam is a minute away. And there is a very, very forward Persian siege workshop here. At the same time, Slam has completely blockaded Miguel into here. Looks like he's also walled this part of the map. So they're going to try to 2v1 our Byzantine. And let's see how well our Byzantine clogs up the works. I mean, cheaper units left, right, and center. Okay. What happened here? Oh, he deleted his own gate to let the army through. Slam's going to go and try to distract our Korean while the Persian Mangonel works away at this Byzantine base, which is still, by the way, 30 seconds from Castle Age. The left side of the map doesn't look like much is happening, and there we go. Big surprise, more and more and more wall-offs. Byzantine docks about to fall. So now one team has 4 lakes, the other has 2, and our Byzantine is in the next stage. Monastery. Double monastery for him. What's his gold looking like? 700 gold is a good amount of gold. Did blue complete the wall off here? No. Oh, actually, wait a second. Yeah, he did. The 2 tiles in front of the gate. And so Slam is locked out. Might want to attack. If he notices, he would probably start attacking this one wall segment that has 200 HP. Travamsha Riders are here as well. They're going to partner up with the Gurjara and the Persian. What am I talking about? Gurjara and the Persian. They're going to partner up with the Persian. My bad. It is a Gurjara unit. Chris, that's funny. Okay. Interesting location for a castle for our Vietnamese. Upgrades galore for both sides. A couple of players heading up to Imperial. But the real story is here. What's going to happen? What will win out? Will it be the monks from the Byzantine? Or will it be the light cavalry that is just salivating? Do they see the monasteries? They see one monastery. Beautiful, beautiful vision here out of Team Slam. So the light cavalry immediately move into position to make sure these monks, 2 of them are inside the TC. Redemption, redemption, redemption. Oh no. Slam's a little bit too slow. He's going to lose these 2 mangonels. How the hell did he not get those mangonels? Did the Persians all of a sudden become Teutons and Sicilians? What the hell was that? He had monks on those mangonels for like an hour. Now they're going to focus all of their faith, all of their energy on Dratek's Teuton scout. Which, to be fair, Dratek might have wanted to let them convert. Not a bad exchange. 5 monks, all with no faith. All wasting their faith on a single scout unit. Okay, he's going to fight this. 1 monk down. 2 monk down. 3 monk down. 4 monk down. Oh, Miguel loses 4 monks for literally nothing. He is not getting lucky at all with the random number generator. Aw. What an adorable topic for chat. Horribly sour RNG to not even get 1 conversion. lose 400 gold. A battle of cavalry here. Now our Persian is here as well, and he is 2.5 minutes away from Savars. Bondi has been claimed by Sweden and Brazil. They have laid sexy claim to the beach. Okay. Artuden adding some of those +2 extra melee armor halberdiers. My question is, we're watching a team game, right? Miguel is on his own. So comfortable that he's building a town center. Can't even mine the stones safely because there's a few of these archers here, but where the hell is our Korean? He's going halberdiers and he's going halberdiers over here. Okay. So Miguel being offered as a sacrificial lamb to Team Slam in exchange for a push down the left side where it looks like it's a 3 versus 1. You got some Hunnic paladins on the way. You got some Vietnamese cav archers with 20% more HP. And then you have Korean halberdiers. Those halberdiers are worse than Teutons. The paladin may be a bit worse than a Savar. I think one-on-one the Savar does beat out, if I remember my Spirit of the Law correctly. And now there's Aztec monks over here. That being said, there's a lot of units here for Team Barles. And our Vietnamese is deleting his walls. The castle is still up. Bombard cannon's going to try to snipe these Trebs. Never mind, he's going after the monks. Might want to get the Trebs. The castle is so low on HP. What the hell is going on here? Savars have melted. There's so many Hunnic paladins, and now they're going monk hunting. Cav archers still just basic, not heavy. We've got Kshatriyas for our Gurjara, who looks like he's pressing in. Town center for the Byzantine is down. And Miguel hasn't escaped with any villagers. What is going on? Why are they not helping? Okay. There's a relief corridor being opened up by our Korean to allow some Byzantine refugees to run through the forest here. The question is Team Slam? No, Team Slam doesn't see it. Wow, look at how lucky and fortuitous that is. Literally the next tile over. Holy moly, that is very lucky for Team Barles. Cav archers, what's their attack bonus against spearmen is now +4. What is the bombard cannon firing on? It's attacking the siege workshop. Why is it attacking the siege workshop? Did it get converted? No, it's still here. Okay, now the refugees. Oh no. Oh no. Come on. Get your shit together. One at a time. This is like the when the Titanic went down and everyone was running to the lifeboats. Yeah, how insane is that? One tile. Oh, oh no. They see them moving. How do they see them moving? I guess they did see the one. I guess it is vision extended to one tile. Oh, okay. So Red knows what's going on if he's paying attention. Our Teuton is just going full on halberdier. He's got 54, training 46 more. Byzantine Asylum. It feels more biblical than Titanic. Fair enough. Byzantium has fallen. And our Gurjara has laid claim. I mean, this is adorable that you think 3 little pieces of wall. Oh no, she got left behind. This is like every single horror movie. When the alien bursts from the first body, there's always somebody in the lab with it that it kills, the xenomorph. This is that poor villager that's stuck there. But now it's the Koreans' turn to be afraid. Because he is going to get 2v1 and the majority of his army is over here. Where are these 4 onagers? I don't know why it took me here in the middle of nowhere. I want to see if he's got Shinki-chan. Ooh, hard to tell. Hard to tell if he's got siege engineers or Shinkichan. She'll be remembered. Yeah, the history will remember her well. The MVP villager. Yeah, she unfortunately has to stay behind and watch her city burn. But look at that. Miguel has been saved, and at the same time, he's managed to delay the other team so much that they're actually pushing on this side. Team Barrels. Tuden's being pressed back. Looks like Teutonic fishing ships are getting slaughtered here, but this is a lot of Savars fully upgraded. 41 of them. Looks like a little tiny trickle of trade for one team. 85 gold. A bunch more for this team. 115 gold. So literally 30 more gold. And Slam Shrevamshas have arrived to save the day. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh, wait a second. Oh, no. He just cut around the wall off. And now there's a bunch of Gurjaras. Oh, they catch a Siege Onager as well. This is going to be so annoying to deal with. What are their upgrades? No attack, barely any armor. But doesn't matter. Look how annoying they're going to be. They're literally everywhere. Has he discovered... No, he sees the villager. Where's she going? Okay. All right. Houses is the name of the game for our Byzantine. We are about to see a population explosion. I should have kept my mouse highlighting those Hussars to see how much damage they do. Again, I think if I'm not mistaken, the Savar is the better unit, but there's just way too much Hun here. 63, 65 Paladins. And they are clearing up a turtle ship. 2 turtle ships. Okay. 25 kills, 13 of those are economic. I mean, the turtle ships aren't really firing on anything. They're just kind of patrolling. Cool to see, but... maybe you want to get some action, something done. They've actually, you know what? Never mind. I'm the idiot. 6 kills for those turtle ships. I feel like whoever wins this battle down here is going to take the game. Teutonic Siege Onagers, first volley, they kill 2 halberdiers. Then they kill a bunch of their own units. And then nothing. They survive to tell the tale. How many conversions on these Aztec monks? 45 conversions. And we're not done yet. 46, 48, 49, 50. Looks like Slam's attack has been cleared up, which means our Hun is free to refocus his paladins, but maybe not for long, as there is so much Gurjara elephant. Why do the Gurjaras never get frontier guards? Oh no. Oh no. Everyone bow your head in a brief moment of silence for the hero villager who was left behind enemy lines. I mean, the melee armor is definitely going to help against these paladins. Otherwise, you're basically as strong as a longbow. Ooh, and the tide has turned here to the west. It does seem like 1-to-1, right? 41 conversions. We'll see at the end of the game. I'm assuming, I can't be 100% sure, but I'm assuming that these monks are going to be just a small fragment of the total conversions. And look at the army count. Team Slam 215 to 47. Ugh. Now you're getting paper money? Oh, it's cute that Barles thinks he has time here for paper money. He is literally being pressed into by what appears to be quite the unstoppable army. Our Korean still just at 9 range. Missing. Actually, never mind. He didn't miss. They... Oh, the Savars get flattened. They actually turned around at the worst possible time. Another band moves forward. Elephant archers. Aren't quite tanky. 6,000 HP still left. Eco 6. Ripley. That's a good name. Oh, they were hit with many giant flaming balls. Okay, our Vietnamese is adding some bombard towers. And it certainly looks like, I mean, Team Barrels, if they knew their army count versus their opponent's army count, we're probably GG by now. Oh, they're going for the bombard cannon. I mean, that was almost instantaneous conversion on the bombard cannon. Okay, our Vietnamese has collapsed on the left. And yeah. Wow. Again, help to help. How bad do we think the conversion count is? Who's stuck in Castle Age? Our Byzantine. Our Byzantine barely had a chance to get anything going this game. He was 2v1 for the longest time. But Team Slam evens up the series. How many conversions do we think the Aztec monks had? What do we think? 70, 80? Biggest donor was our Vietnamese. Biggest recipient was our Byzantine. Yeah, of course. Ooh, 150. That might be a bit high. You once tried to get good using Aztec monk, just couldn't do it. It's watch on YouTube. Survivalist has good videos about how to man micro monks. I think about 70 to 80. Doc says 150. Let's see. 79. Okay. Biggest killer was our Persian with those Savars. Aw, look at our Byzantine. He killed 10 units. Isn't that adorable? Okay, well, game number 2 evens up the series. And now we're going to move on to game number 3. 21. Definitely not 21. Game number 3 finds us on, you got it, Rage Forest 5. Slam is playing as the Hindustanis, Dratek in his pocket as the Georgians. Always good to have Georgians, so the cheaper repair cost. King Boo as the Franks. And on the other flank, FedEx this time as the Goths. The other team, Miguel, this time as the Burmese again on the flank. Hopefully he fares a bit better in this game. Menunez as the Celts in his pocket. Shed as the Lithuanians in teal. And last but not least, team captain Barles. So finally, the two team captains face off against each other. Barles, by the way, is the Berbers. Chris, we've got ourselves a Berber game. Televangelist, that's funny. So Berber versus Hindustani. We've got some powerful camel civilizations. To the south looks like 2 giant areas of attack. Maybe 1 giant, 1 not so giant. And to the north, we've got whatever the hell this is. Also, despite a very odd shape between the Goths and the Burmese. So infantry spam versus +3 attack and Imperial for infantry. We'll see how these players play it, but also 2 avenues of attack, 2 tunnels, and etc. there. "44 paladin conversions from the Huns." Wow. I mean, there you go. Though that was some pretty fun monk play by our Aztec. Who's kidding who? And it looks like our Goth is putting on aggression. He's already behind enemy lines here. And Miguel yet again finds himself under attack. Got a bit of battle of the scouts. Very few villagers in this position, but scouts sure are moving forward. Ooh, is our Goth going around? He's going around laming the food sources. Okay, he got 1 deer, not these 2. Looks like he got 1 boar. Remember, the Goth villagers do hunt better in that I think they have extra attack against these huntable animals, so they can kill them quicker. And another lame. Looks like a killed by a scout, of all things. And another, I mean, they're just going after the food sources this game, both teams. Where's Catherine? Probably at work. Catherine, if you're watching this after the fact, hope you are doing well. See who's got what here. 3 villagers apiece. Couple of scouts from teal and gray, but one of them is basically dead. So no surprise that purple is chasing into this. Okay, chasing about as far as he'd like to. Is he going to try to get the high ground now? Okay, I thought he would stop. He doesn't want to get caught behind enemy lines. Ugh, using a straggler tree. I hope they chop this down, because that is very much a weak spot. Orange, now having been annoying on this side of the map, is now hunting his own food, is FedEx. Yeah, the poor deer do have a hard time. That's why they're so rambunctious. That's why they run around in different directions. Wherever you don't want them to go, that's where they go. Sometimes they don't go at all. Sometimes they just stand there. Okay, and now Barles is pulling 2 boar meat pies. Okay, one perfectly located, one a bit outside the town center. And yeah, it looks like they chopped down the straggler tree. Okay, so instead of a lumber camp, we're going for gold mining operations here for our Berber. Ooh, we're making Austrian connections here in the chat. I love that the north part of the map, by the way, has not been walled off at all. Speaking of borders not being protected here, what is going on? Why is nobody trying to wall this off? Orange is going to move forward and see absolutely nothing coming out of blue. And so I wonder what our Goth is going to do. In a minute, he is in feudal. Let's follow along the shed. I believe replaced Cool Cat on this team. They subbed him in. Ooh. Okay. Gets all 3. No, we're going for a barracks. Oh, and blue is pivoting south. See if these villagers catch wind of this barracks. They're definitely going to see the orange villagers, right? Yeah. Now, FedEx's scout is in feudal, which means his line of sight's a little bit better. So he can see potentially the barracks. The barracks Well, now, I mean, now he's going to know there's a barracks now that the spearman is out. So we've got an Arabia-style push here in the north portion of the map. To the south, the more standard wall-offs. Stone walls now for our Berber on the south, probably also to the north as well. Yellow's already created preemptive wall-offs in case they get pressed into. And look at that. Menunez is actually heading over to his teammate. Miguel might have some support this game. As a Canadian, Slam is the only Canadian player I respect. Fair enough. I'm also a little bit biased. All right, King Boo, where are you? 20 seconds away from feudal. Last one up is a... what is it? A rotten egg? Rebore pull from our Frank, who hits feudal. Okay. That should be enough food to carry him mostly through to Castle Age. He already has actually 670 food. So our Frank is going fast castle, it looks like. Where's the market blacksmith combo? There's the blacksmith. Okay. I'm assuming we'll get to see a market there at some point as well. Orange is pinging here. He probably wants some Frankish help. Ooh, Miguel got lured into a little bit of a trap here. But at the end of the day, he can actually kite these units all the live long day. And so Orange needs to get a little bit of damage done. Otherwise, he's just going to get picked off one by one by one. Yep. Okay, he's going to the safety of the tower, which does lame this secondary gold patch. Primary gold and the extra gold are nice and safe to the back for Miguel, unlike the last game, where he had almost no resources safely there. If Slam is going to win the tourney, this is going to be the one. Yeah, I mean, Slam is a Rage Forest guy. Tomislav, wasn't that a fun game? The island cleanup. That was so crazy to see. I knew I was going to have to post that game when that happened. What an epic, and what a lesson. That as powerful as gunpowder is, you need some kind of support for it. They're not that great on their own, as strong as they are. 26 viewers, 3 to 4 Austrian people watching, and just nothing to do it better at 3 a.m. Oh, that's funny. Who needs sleep when you have Age of Empires? After this live stream, I'm going straight to sleep. I am on baby duty at 6:30 in the morning. Down goes the wolf. And it looks like more and more players are heading into the Castle Age. The south still not much ado, and I don't even see a siege workshop for anybody here. Our Frank. Okay, forget the market. He has added a stable, and he's going light cavalry. Okay. Yeah, Tomislav, that was a hard loss. Even Hera would have a hard time psychologically with that kind of loss. Oh yeah, now they're light cavalry attacking in sync, by the way. Oh yeah. Even though this guy didn't get the memo, he's attacking a different part of the wall. Going on here to the north. All right, feudal age shenanigans in the Castle Age, although I guess FedEx is still technically in the feudal age, as is Miguel. So the two northern players are in feudal. Forward castle by our Berber. You have the kids after night shift at 7 a.m. Yeah, mornings are fun, but they're hard. I don't mind like the 6:30 shift, but it's a hard shift. Because the little one wakes up, he's so full of energy, he's so ready to go. You know, every day is like, oh my god, what can I chew? What can I destroy? What can I grab? What can I drool all over? Meanwhile, I'm just like, I just woke up. I need a minute. Uh-oh. Gothic infantry are inside the quarry, and it looks like our Burmese is going heavy on stone. Why is he going heavy on stone? Because he's spent it all on a wall off here. I'm not too sure these 4 archers, as good as they are against men-at-arms, are going to do very much against the ram, a scorpion, and a mangonel. Literally one of everything for our Frank. The only thing missing is a siege tower. Oh yeah, those Haufnitzes. Put him in his high chair, relax with a breakfast cigar. What is this, the 1950s? Grab myself a glass of scotch. Ease into the morning. What is this orange? Okay, there you are. I saw an orange dot on the minimap. I couldn't tell what the hell it was. Thomas, it is a son, and he is 14 months old. Just starting to learn the word no. Everything is no, 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 no. Devashish, hello, hello. Good morning to you. Logan has parenting knowledge from the 50s where you can still smoke cigars around your kids without some nosy neighbor calling Child Protective Services. I don't mind the mornings. It's nice and quiet before all the garbage trucks and the landscapers and all of those people come. It's nice. I put him in his little... He's got a little bicycle. I take him outside. He likes to look at the buses and the cars as the kids walk to school. It's a nice chill little time. In your early 30s, cigar happens on the porch, so all good. Oh yeah, don't get me wrong, I love cigars. Romeo and Juliet cigars all the way, every day. Our Berber is pushing in here, but not exactly the scariest of armies. Barl's still 200 stone away from another castle. And I'm not too sure he's got the gold to buy that stone. Okay, he sold wood, he bought 100 stone, then he bought another 100 stone. Okay, so now there is going to be a second castle from the Berber, yeah. And Hindustani responds with a castle of his own. Dire Straits, Romeo and Julia all the way. Oh, yeah, it's a good one, good one. Okay, it looks like our Frank is trying to bust his way in here. So far, though, a couple of Celtic mangonels are keeping him out of here. And it looks like a Georgian mangonel is also keeping this castle from completing, but it does complete. Who got it? The scout? No, not the scout. Was it the castle? Wow, it just came up and immediately. Immediately gets a kill. Having to contend with nature is our green Celt. Your new world. Interesting. Even though we get Cuban cigars here in Canada, I can't say I'm like the biggest fan of Cuban cigars. I think what Romeo and Julia is what, like Dominican, or I think Dominican. Watch them be like Cuban and I'm just full of shit. Another castle for a Lithuanian. By the way, where are the monasteries and how many relics? One relic at the moment. It looks like a teal dot is heading over here. Yeah, second relic. Another teal dot is heading this way. The forest has been cut. Okay, so Shed is definitely going Lechai with a double defensive castle. I don't see It's hard sometimes with the Lithuanian buildings. I don't think I see... No, there's a stable. Probably, yeah, okay, so just for bloodlines and husbandry. So we're not going paladins or anything like that. Why would we? Lechai is the name of the game. William Wallace is from England, so Celt is... William Wallace is from Scotland, no? I think he fought the English. Everyone's heading up to feudal age, feudal age, imperial age, elite lechai, husbandry, bloodlines, conscription. Is he gonna mix in hand cannoneers? Is that what the chemistry is for, or is that just for shits and giggles? Another castle for our Lithuanian, 2 forward siege workshops. Team Barles is not effing around. They are ahead 56 army to supply to 16. Siege workshop being built here for our Goth as well. And our Frank, what is our Frank doing actually? He had these light cavalry, then he kind of stopped. And now he's going up to Imperial. I'm assuming we're going to get to see a whole bunch of stables out of him at some point. Because right now, if I'm not mistaken, he just has that one. Yeah, he just has the one. Zulak, hello, hello. Yeah, despite the flood and despite the power grid being down in half the city, our Lithuanian is at a free +3 and forging makes 4. Richard, hello. 2 relics surrounded by forest. Yeah, there's one up here. Luckily for him, the one to the south, Barles cut his way through the forest, which was very nice of Barles. And so now we've got some pretty damn powerful lechai. They're elite. There are just 2 upgrades from being at the full 22 attack. Iron casting, which is going to be done in 6 seconds, and 1 more relic. I mean, look at the army counts, 106 to 40. How's the weather in Canada? Very confusing. Very confusing weather out of Canada. Yesterday, it was so rainy and cloudy and dark. I was casting a game at 11 o'clock in the morning, and I had to turn my lights on with my blinds and windows open. That's how dark it was. And then today is bright blue sky, warm and sunny. Very odd. My child will not hear any other words. Yeah, exactly. That's because he wants to do everything. He wants to open every door, eat everything, rip everything. He's literally like a wild animal right now. These lechai have to be careful. There's onagers here now. And a lot of Georgian halberdiers. Not that the halberdiers are going to do very well against lechai. They never do. But the onagers are a different story entirely. Town center falls. Onagers are now exposed. It looks like the Treb is going what? No, he's attacking the tower here. What's going on over here? Frankish stables are up. Our Goth is cutting through the forest. We are going knights 30 seconds away from cavaliers, so we are going to get to see Frankish paladins. Red is pinging up here. Why? I mean, Team Slam, they've caught up in army count. But I'm looking at their army composition. There's a few bombard cannons and a Treb. The rest is... I don't know that they're going to be able to contest all of these Celtic siege units. And our Celt is going up to Siege Onager as well. Elite Camel Archer for our Berber. Meanwhile, Svan Towers, Hoardings, and Blast Furnace for our Georgian. How many towers does he have? I don't see a single tower. No, never mind. There's 4 right here. And 2 more being built. Flattened by the bombard cannons are the Berbers. That was a juicy little pancake, and here come the lechai. They will slaughter these halberdiers. I'm surprised he's even losing 3 or 4 of these lechai. Actually, he lost quite a lot. Now hand cannoneers from our Hindustani tell me he's got Shatagni. Not yet. Frankish Paladin. Gothic Champion. They are all en route. Team Barls, aside from Siege Onagers, not getting that many upgrades. They're now down huge in army count. 50 army count down. But they've kind of busted through the static defense here. And uh-oh. Uh-oh. Our Goth is blocking the way. The Frank wants to get in here with these Cavaliers, but he is getting stopped by these champions. Hurry up. Look at how antsy in the pantsy these purple paladins are. They just want to get through the forest. They just want to get to the battle. Ooh, taking on Lechai in a choke point. I don't know if that's going to work out well for the Goth. Who turns around and I guess agrees with me. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine if instead of Lechai you had Step Lancers here against these champions? They would die in a matter of seconds. I'm really curious to look at what's going on around the map, but this is such a mesmerizing little battle. How do you counter Lechai? Ooh, not easily. Numbers. And hand cannoneers as well, I guess. Their pierce armor is not that great. I mean, look at that. They just overrun and swallow up that entire army. 50 kills for this group. Ooh, and our Georgian Hindustani combo has held. Now he's got Shatagni. Now we're getting perfusion for the Goths. Oh, Team Slam is all... They're gonna hit the gas pedal right now. What's our Berber cooking up here? Nothing, just continuing to go camel archers. Why is he continuing to go camel archers? Ooh, let's see it. Let's see Lechai Elite. Looks like he's still missing a relic, though. Now he's catching paladins in a choke point. Whose HP is going down the fastest here? Oh, so hard to tell. But paladins are going into the trade route. Lechai are chasing. The Lechai are faster than the paladins, except for Cuman paladins. Look at how hard they hit those freaking Lechai. 21 HP every single time they attack. So stalemate to the south. Celtic Onagers, as powerful as they are, even with fewer Celtica and the extra HP, are very hesitant to engage into so much gunpowder from our Hindustani. To the north, not too much is happening. Except here, in the center now. Lechai look like they have cleaned up those purple paladins. Paladin count is down to 35. Lechai count still at 51. And there's also a Celtic castle here. Did he get strongholds or no? What's the... No, he didn't get strongholds. Looks like a bunch of purple paladins here died as well. Lechai are just crushing it right now. Oh, there's an onager shot. I feel like Menunez may have done a bit more damage to his own team with that onager shot than anything else. What's in the trade route, by the way? Aw, single champion. Does he have any kills? Does he have any kills? 11 economic kills. Oh my goodness. How is he catching it? There can't possibly be trade cards, right? It's got to be villagers. There's no way that one champion has killed 11 trade cards when he walks at half the speed. Yeah, Thomas, we're still one relic away. We're just at a 21, unfortunately. But yeah, they ignore armor. They've got to be careful, though. This is a very dangerous choke point that they're going through, and there are onagers here from the Goth and Bombard cannons. So they have to be very careful. Look at the army counts. Team Slam, 240 army count. Team Barrels, 140. Halberdiers are on the wrong side of the battlefield. There you go, Meat Shield. Come on, Meat Shield. Can you imagine that becomes like a new insult in like high school? Hey, Meat Shield. Camel Archers. I mean, their range is 7, right? It's going to be very hard for them to engage into this army. They're going to need backup. I mean, 3 Bombard cannons I don't think are going to really cut it. And here, look at the freaking Gothic spam. Holy shit. Just never ending. Again and again and again. 64 Halberdiers, 48 champions. And they're missing the last armor upgrade, but against Leichai, who gives a... Meat Shield is a condom. Fair enough. Okay, Paladins have busted in here. Miguel's base is again finding itself ransacked. Even though, look how close his base is to the trade route of the other team. I mean, the champion was chasing there, so they know that that's where the trade route is. What am I missing? Why does Miguel have a town center here? And why is our Burmese not placing any kind of towers or anything over here? Anything, literally anything to stop the Frankish trade carts and the Georgian trade carts. He's literally got a town center behind enemy lines. Leichai are back. We're up to 40 of them. Still just at a 21 attack. Camel Archers have pivoted south. It looks like they've opened up a new avenue of attack here. So they've left. Oh, that's actually very interesting from the Berber, abusing the fact that this army is not very quick on its feet. Halberdiers and hand cannoneers do not move very fast, whereas a camel moves quite fast. And so they are gutting the Georgian fishing fleet. Years of training and practice to live 20 seconds into the meat grinder. Yeah. Welcome to the life of the Meat Shield. Will we get another good volley? Yeah. Okay. Not bad. Somehow this Lithuanian castle is still up, even though there's how many? 7 bombard cannons, 2 trebs. This thing can't stay up much longer, right? But a whole bunch of Celtic siege onagers are here. They are going to flatten the halberdiers. I mean, this has just been going on, this battle here to the north, for what? The last 15 minutes? 20 minutes? 15 or so? Just non-stop. Our Goth is only training 5 halbs at a time. How bad are FedEx's resources? 0 villagers on gold. How is that possible? No trade carts, 88 villagers. Paladin versus Leichai. Halb versus Halb. Celtic Halb should take that easily. I mean, the Berber in theory has one of the best counters to this red army, right? I mean, he's got Genitors. He doesn't really need to rely too heavy on camel archers. Where's that bombard cannon firing from? Oh, it's in the forward position. It might die here. It does die to these Hindustani skirmishers. Now this castle's under attack. And finally, there's our Burmese. Welcome to the party. Menunez shoving his pikemen right into the trade route. Lechai are also here, by the way. And I think they can actually catch up to a trade card, right? They move 1.54. Yep. And these are Burmese in Imperial, so they get a free +3 attack boost. Ooh, some Gothic Onagers scare the Lechai away. Where are they going? A bunch of them are heading north. Okay, first volley misses. This is the moment to charge in. Second volley. Oh, it flattens a whole bunch of them. But now the Celtic Siege Onager is closed in and it also gets a decent shot off. I'm surprised it didn't flatten more there. Looks like our Berber is pushing through because the red hand cannoneers are kind of bouncing between these two parts of the map. The very, very far south and the middle of the map. Oh no. How the hell does Team Barrels now have more army count? In the blink of an eye. I mean, Team Slam had 100 more army than their opponents. And now the Lechai are just slaughtering these trade cards. They're each carrying, what, 78 gold? Not the most. But man, does it suck to lose trade card after trade card. 78 kills, 53 of that is economic. And now our Gothic army is running away? Okay. They do not want to face the Celtic war machine. The south... Looks like our Berber has been cleaned up, although he did manage to sneak in a dock and a cannon galleon or two. Actually, 2 docks, it looks like. And our Gulams are out. They're going villager hunting. Yeah. Oh, look at Teal pinging on the mini-map. He wants a direct line of attack straight into Purple's base. He wants to knock the Frank out. He is going after King Boo. Bit of a civ difference. Yeah, I mean, the Goth versus Celt when you're going infantry and siege, it's, I don't know, necessarily a fair fight. Green siege onagers hunting like great white sharks. This one has 3 HP on it. Oh. Okay, no more trebs for yellow. These barracks for these stables are being rendered inoperable, but to be fair, he's only training 1 paladin at a time. King Boo has no gold. I wonder why he has no gold, since their entire trade route has been absolutely rickety wrecked. And let's see it. 192 HP against a unit that ignores armor. Looks like the Frank is taking this. Right up until a fresh batch of Lechai shows up and rear ends that army. What a missed opportunity for our Georgian. His second volley misses as well. Ouch. Army counts are identical. Civilian populations are identical. I feel like the trade route has been rebuilt. Not as distant as before, but still, something's better than nothing. Oprichnik, hello. You don't care about 44, but FedEx is playing. You like FedEx? He's got 69 halberdiers for all the perverts in the chat. And look at the Lechai streaming forward. They are back into the trade route. What killed them? Must be the must be the paladin, right? Yeah, he's just going around taking out Lechai. And now we've got Svan Towers. How many? 19 Svan Towers. So many battles, micro battles happening around the map. The hell was the point of those volleys out of the siege onager? Oh, he just kills his own halberdiers. He says, you know what? I've got 35 training. I've got 4 onagers. And Miguel. This is a lot of halberdiers. What is going on here? 76 halberdiers for orange, 45 halberdiers for blue. Blue with the stronger halbs. Even without blast furnace, right now they're at a 11 attack to 10, and soon they're going to be at 12 attack to 10. Unless my math is wrong. Oh, no, sorry. There should be 13 attack to 10. Something felt off when I said 12 to 10. Slam's teams without gold is not good at all. Yeah, Franks, Hindustanis. These are gold-intensive units. The Goth can spam, I guess, halberdiers all the time, but oh, no. Oh, my God. And Team Barles pushes through. I mean, look at the army count now. 70 more army count. 400 Lechai. As usual, halberdiers. Economy biggest donor was our Georgian. Of course he was. He was going halberdiers the whole time. Biggest recipient was our Goth. Interesting. Conversions this time not really playing a role. 17. Almost 900. For our Lithuanian, does anyone else come close? Not at all. Holy moly. Just 1 kill away. So our Lithuanian, the MVP this game, just absolutely trashing the trade route. 95 kills, 76 of that is trade cards. Sonny, I agree. Slam's team looked very, very strong in the south for a while. Here, I wonder if the cut, or not the cut, but I wonder if the, they needed some kind of, I don't know what they needed up here, to be honest. They may have needed some Georgian siege onagers, to be fair. Otherwise, I don't know how else you can contest the Celt when your Hindustani is down south with 9 range hand cannoneers and all of his bombard cannons. But all right. Game number 3 goes to Team Barles in a very fun multi-directional game. And let's move on to the next one. FedEx is a good chess player too. Interesting. All right, starting with Team Captain Slam as the Poles. Okay. Let's see which direction he goes. Lately, we've seen Poles rushing up to light cavalry before they do Schlachter. Dratek as the Sicilians in his pocket. King Boo as the Spanish. Always good to have on your team. And FedEx as the... I mean, Spanish and Mayans walling up and extra gold for trade. These are 2 good civilizations to have with team bonuses. Saracens for Barles taking on the Mayans. Okay, that'll be fun to watch. Shed this time as the Burgundian, so another Paladin civilization for him, another hand cannoneer civilization. Slavs by Menunez, and last but not least, Miguel, this time as the Bengalis. So the Bengalis taking on the Poles. Wall off is already mostly complete. Look at them separating the boars here. Okay, he sees Red's villagers coming immediately. Taps a little bit here, taps a little bit there. To the north of the map, as we saw, the Mayans are taking on the Saracens. I think we're going to want to see some 100 HP Eagles. Please and thank you. Out of FedEx. He's a grandmaster in chess. Ooh la la. That is amazing. Yeah, the trade being destroyed is ridiculous. I mean, probably 150 trade cards if I had to guess how many were destroyed the entire game, which is just way too much. For quite a long time, he was the 3rd best Argentinian after Nikov and Kapoch. Really? I didn't know that. Nicky Nikov. All right, good to know. I think Nikov right now has the highest elo on ranked ladder for 1v1 random map. So he is currently the #1 in the world, if I'm not mistaken. Looks like a Slavic scout has inserted himself into the rear. By the way, let's call this realistically one avenue of attack, interspersed with a bit of a racing stripe of a forest. And to the south, 2 avenues of attack with what looks like a big blue whale shaped forest here with the tail and the head. But blue and red, Miguel and Slam have agreed to wall this area off. Slam says, ew, I'm not touching your wall off. It has cooties. Okay, he's going for the boars right now. But only 2 boars. Saracen villagers are being chased away. Who's brought what here? 4 villagers to 3, 2 scouts to 2. More like a legless elephant than a whale. Oh, so this would be the trunk? Cocaine Bear gets activated. Cocaine Bear dies to a villager with loom. Everyone's watching Empire Wars now more than Random Map. Yeah, well, yeah, we've got, basically 11 days until the top 4 players get selected for the invitation to the castle in Spain. I think Hera played like 12 hours of Empire Wars today. Okay, I mean, HP differences here are huge. I'm not too sure Barles wants to engage into here. I mean, he doesn't know what we know, but I'm not too sure what the name of the game plan is here for Barles. I mean, you got pressed back. He probably just wants orange to F off so he can wall it here. But no, orange is pressing in. FedEx says the best defense is a good offense. Nothing happening to the south. Looks like that scout managed to get 2 sheep. And he's still alive, by the way. Where is he? Oh, he made it all the way home. Well, like a Magellan scout. Circumnavigated the world. Converted 2 sheep. And now he's back home. Helping a villager pull a bunch of boars. Okay. Distance not too far from the TC right now. That little forest is going to fall to siege hunters. Yeah, I mean, that's that's why I said realistically it's only one avenue of attack there to the north, because 100% somebody's going to demolish that forest. Okay, gets all 3. Good pull there from Nunez. And after all that, yeah, FedEx goes away. Barles moves forward. Defensive walling here for him. And I think that's it in terms of sneaky villagers. And yeah, I don't see anyone else sneaking anything across the map. Wolof is pretty close to the Saracen base. Also gets some of his secondary gold stone here. Where's his primary? A little bit more secure to the back. Miguel is the first of feudal age today. Gets those 2 free Bengali villagers. And is researching double bit axe. Right? Wasn't he he's a boss scout? And now he's back on scouting patrol duty here in the front lines. This is a real champ scout. Looks like we've got 3 lakes apiece. This is such an annoying base for Barles. Bad enough when 1 lake forms part of your kind of forward position, but when 2 of them do. Does have a good amount of room to expand to the back, where there's a hungry cocaine bear waiting for him. Slam. 100 gold, 500 food. Got his full workup already. But doesn't have enough wood just yet. And even if he did, doesn't have enough food or gold. I'm assuming he's going to, quote unquote, balance his economy and then go on to the next stage. I mean, speaking of a lake in a forward position, this is also pretty damn bad. Sometimes, okay, never mind. There is a secondary structure. Sometimes you have to click on the, when they're watching the polls, because the full work icon is the same as the blacksmith. I mean, you can kind of guess that this is not a full work in this very far forward position, but sometimes you do have to click on the structure just to make sure 100%. And it looks like it is, in fact, our Slav, who is going to be hitting Castle Age first. The other Pocket Burgundian is going to be next. Meanwhile, 3 members of Team Slam are heading up. Everybody except our Mayan, who is doing what? Stonewalling. Ooh, but there's going to be a bit of a difficult job to stonewall with this one tower here. You're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't here as Barls. If you put a tower on each side, then you have to spend the stone. If you put a tower in the middle, it doesn't lame the entirety of the wall off. Ooh, let's see how FedEx plays this. Because the tower is focusing on the left, he might want to finish the wall off to the right, or is he just going to wall it off even further? Yeah, this goes exactly to my point of they push, and then literally at the 15-minute mark, now the wall off is over here. Oh yeah, our Spaniard is moving forward. He's got 672 stone. He is 30 seconds away from Castle Age. Where do we think the castle is going to go? On the high ground defensively? Or is he going to put it very forward here? Well, now he can't put it here with the tower. Where, oh where will King Boo put his castle? Let's see. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looks like in the forward position. Here? Interesting. Okay, he's gonna need fletching, and then he'll be able to reach that tower. I think the tower can reach... I don't know if the tower can reach it right now, the castle. You can definitely see the castle going up. Oh, it does look like it can reach it. Okay. Does that mean the castle can also reach the tower? 6 range to 8, right? Wait a second. What am I missing here? How is 6... No, sorry, my god, it's not 6 range, 8 range plus 1. So he does have, I missed that Barles has fletching. My bad. You see it match point for Barles. Yeah, it's a possibility. At the very least, we're having one game, which is this one. We might also have a 5th game. We'll see how this one turns out. So far, we're at that stage where everyone is heading up to Castle Age. Looks like Miguel is going to be up to Castle Age, and for the first time, Miguel is not being pressed into. And what will our Bengali do? Let's see where those 2 villagers pop out and where they go. 3, 2, 1. Straight to the gold. So can it reach the tower? Kind of looks like it, right? It looks like the purple line is just underneath the tip. Conquistadors pop out. What did they see that scared them so much? Oh, they saw the tower going up. Very interesting wall off here by our Saracen. Just a bunch of houses and a tower, enough to scare away the petards. Yeah, okay, it can definitely hit that tower now. Now the Conquistador pops out, sees another tower. Okay, a little bit of scouting from this unit, which has a pretty decent line of sight. Kencho. Hola desde Canada. Gracias por unirte. Okay. Ratek is pinging over here. He wants to cut through the forest, but bruh, you're in Castle Age. You don't have a Khmer Ballista Elephant to help you cut through that forest, and you're not heading up to Imperial anytime soon with 11 gold in the bank. Not too sure what he's pinging over there for. And our Burgundian monks. Ooh, petard. I mean, it must be sour to have to waste your petard on a house. One ram here would do wonders, by the way. Just one basic ram. There are no siege workshops here, not for barrels, not for shed. And monks can't convert rams from a distance. They have to go up close and personal. Now Miguel is getting pressed into slam. Our pole is heading up to Imperial. By the way, am I saying that right? Gracias por unirte. That's thanks for joining, right? I hope that's what that means. I think that's I remember, although sometimes my memory is not the greatest. I guess I could just use Google Translate at some point. Cheat my way into speaking Spanish. Whack, whack, whack goes the multicolored pants and arm sleeves of the obuch. There is nothing here from Miguel to defend against this. I mean, he's going up to Imperial. He's going to hit Imperial about 30 seconds behind his opponent. He's building a very defensive castle, not shoring up these walls at all, as the Obuch continues to just lay waste to all of these palisade walls. Conquistadors are out. Is this just a meat shield for the petards? No. They go forward, they get a little bit of scouting, and then they return home. Fire gunpowder units arrows when garrisoned, or only archer and vil? No, I think archers add extra arrows. Poles are one of my favorite civs. Yeah, the poles are a fantastic civ. Fantastic cavalry civilization. Lakitic Legacy is one of the coolest late game. I mean, anytime you already, number one, have a better trash version of the Hussar with the winged Hussar is one thing. And then to add trample damage to it is just like way too much. Bunch of barracks here from our Slav. Minute and 25 seconds away. Are we going to get to see Druzhina out of him? Another castle going up in a defensive position. So we're going to have a Mayan castle. We're going to have a Spanish castle. And we're going to have a Sicilian castle. All in one little area here. None of them in the really offensive positions except for the Spanish one. A Burgundian is taking a relic. Remember, they earn food in addition to gold when they get their relics. Ooh, we're going to get to see champions with trample damage. I'm assuming we're 4 seconds away from Imperial for our Slav. And it is, in fact, the Bengali who hit Imperial about 30 seconds behind Slam, who is aggressing here. He's got 2 trebs out. Our pole is just now training the second one. And there we go, Burgundian Paladins. Bit of a lackluster Paladin, but when you're paying half price for the upgrades, you get what you pay for. Slam's gonna lose his castle potentially here. Ooh. Our Slav is cutting through the forest now. Orange is pinging over here. And yellow is now finally, after all the big talk about cutting through the forest, it is being cut. And our Saracen suspects that maybe something's a brewing over here. And so while he expands with the town center to the back, he is going to get eyeballs here. Perhaps a little bit too late. I love that he still has these feudal age archers, making no attempt to upgrade them at all. And let's see, once this outpost goes up, the shock. Boom. Uh-oh. Went up at the perfect time. He's gonna have to wall this off immediately, but the villager retreats. What does he have to deal with this here? Absolutely nothing. But he is the Saracens. He does have a few cool options on how to deal with this army. The halberdier is not exactly the biggest of threats, but these three onagers could potentially be very dangerous. And if you go infantry, now there's plumed archers as well, with their small but mighty attack bonus. Oh yeah, look at Miguel pushing in, and Slam's town center is down. Luckily for him, our pole has 4 more. And Burgundian paladins, upgrade wise, not quite fully upgraded. They are destroying town center after town center. Slam preemptively garrisons the villagers into here. Let's see what's going on up here. It's a bold move to push in with paladins into a Saracen. But another Sicilian castle. I wonder why he's going castles and not donjons. Dratek. I would imagine having 4 or 5, maybe 4 donjons here to 1 castle would probably be preferable, although they do fall a lot easier. Our Spaniard is going paladins as well. Uh-oh. Army counts are very similar. Civilian populations very similar. Looks like these Burgundian paladins are going to catch up some Sicilian barracks in a castle potentially. Where even are these yellow villagers that are coming to build this? I don't see any yellow villagers anywhere here. I don't see them at all. What the hell is he planning on using to build these structures? In any event, monk play is the name of the game for the Saracen, who's relying on his castles to kill the halbs. Why is the treb? Okay, he unbacked it, backed it immediately. Teal is now pinging over here, asking for some cutting through the forest. Our Sicilian's going siege onager. Our Spaniard just got paladins. Fully upgraded Spanish paladins will shred through these Burgundian paladins, who in all fairness do have every upgrade except for husbandry. Bloodlines, my bad. That being said, there are 4 onagers here. This is enough to flatten even a 100 HP paladin. Saracen castle is down. Saracen base is being bypassed. Teal is pinging over here, telling his teammate, hey, WTF is going on. Slam's team is being very aggressive, as they need to be. Our Spaniard is chasing just a small contingent. I mean, our Spaniard and our Sicilian. This is 55 army count that's chasing just a few Burgundian paladins. They have been completely let off course. Do we have blast radius? Yeah, we do. Druzhina is there for our Slav, as Pikes is now being gotten for our Bengali, who is doesn't have a single Ratha or Elephant. Why the hell is he researching Pikes? See what's going on over here. Whoa, is there any more dangerous little combination of mounted units here? Conquistadors in the middle of these paladins. This is quite the wall off by our Slav. And our Saracen has not managed to take any villagers out of his base, so Barles is on his own. I'm assuming they're sending him resources, but there's Trebs to the left. There's a castle to the right, although undefended castle against his Trebs should do quite well. Purple and orange are not getting much damage done here. Now the Slav is here, or rather a Burgundian is here. Okay. They're going straight for what, the Onager? No, they're going straight for the plumes. No, they split up. They're going straight for everything. I think this might be overkill. One paladin might be enough. I don't think you need 6 paladins for a single siege Onager. Plumed archers elite now with a +2 attack bonus against infantry. They get flattened. They get absolutely flattened by the Slavic siege, which is 15% cheaper. Now our Bengali is finally starting to mix in some elephants. We are going elephant archers. Just got husbandry. I think I saw conscription, ballistics as well. They are elite. Fully attack upgraded. Still missing the last armor upgrade. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's freaking see it. The plumed archers are doing a good job taking down these champions, by the way. How many kills on them? Only 9? Okay. Over here. Looks like our Burgundian has cleared up the Spanish paladins. Now he's going after these remnants from the Mayan. But look at the army difference. 70 army difference for Team Barles. They have resecured Barles' base. They are pushing very much. I mean, Slam's base, yet again, is dead. He's escaped with a few town centers. Slam's getting Lakitic Legacy. Fantastic. When you're dead as the Poles, and you can only reply with trash, Lakitic Legacy is absolutely a clutch upgrade to get. Yeah, Lemmy, I didn't see them as well, but out of nowhere, 43 elephant archers, 10,000 HP. We got a couple of mammies. No attack, no armor, no bloodlines, no husbandry. This unit is completely unupgraded. Now he's getting the elite version. Okay. Spaniard is trying to get some of these Bengali monks, but they come with 3/3 armor. And there's not that many paladins here, not against 38 elephant archers. Ravsi, hello, hello. I mean, this is just going to be an absolute brutal slaughter here. Unless these Sicilian siege onagers can get some good hits, the plumed archer is going to have to rely on maneuverability. Otherwise, I don't think you can really trade. I don't think you're going to trade out well with the elephants. Mahayana as well. He's got 100 villagers. That's going to become 90 now. But here come the Lakitic Legacy light cavalry. Maybe 4 seconds too early. And there they are, one of the most beautiful units in the game with trample damage within a half-tile radius, I believe. Yep. And now, are they going to close or are they going to play meat shield? Looks like a little bit of both. Going on to the east. Our Burgundian is here, the original 3 castles. The Spanish one is down, the Mayan is next, then the Sicilian. I also see a couple of Burgundian paladins in the rear. But our Spanish paladins are better. Let's see this archer battle layer. Yeah, elephant archers. Elephant archer death ball. Although, to be fair, there were a lot of Sicilian siege onagers here earlier, and they just didn't fire as quickly as they needed to. And they're getting converted, it looks like, by the Bengali. Oh, no. They're getting converted and then destroyed by the Slav. Plumed archers are moving out of the way. Winged Hussars are charging in. They're going straight for the mangonels. One falls. Actually, no, never mind. None of them have fallen yet. Yeah, now they have 2. Oh, move out from behind the castle. We want to see you die. He gets all 4. The problem is the Sicilian siege is all the way over here. Get your ass to the front lines, Dratek. Somehow the Mayan castle is still up. Holy shit, how many plumed archers are there here? 33. But it looks like the Saracen bombard cannons are starting to wail away at that number. All because he's on the high ground. This castle is still alive. If it was on the low ground, probably would be dead by now. Spanish paladins are going onager hunting. They get him. And here we go, Sicilian. Good opportunity for you to reduce some HP off these elephant archers. They're escaping to the safety of the plumed archers. Thomas, I mean, Team Slam is in some serious trouble here. They're down 60 army count. Give Scorpions a figure. Can you imagine Scorpions ripping through these elephant archers? I mean, okay, the elephant archers have backed away. The combined pole trash and Sicilian siege is enough, but over here, oh, the Mamelukes, fully upgraded finally, are here. And if they insert themselves into the trade route, it is bad news bears for Team Slam. I mean, it already kind of looks like it's bad news bears for Team Slam, although they are up to 150 army count. Yeah, they're fantastic in team games when you've got trade. And you can afford to build more and more and more. Okay, it looks like Team Slam is waiting for the go-ahead from Central Command to charge into this. Oh, whoa, 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 okay. Decent volley. I don't think he got a single elephant archer, though. No, we're not going to get to see a game number 5. How sour is that? Look at these armies. I mean, if you know you're going to tap out, at least say, you know what? Let's go out in a blaze of glory. Let's just charge right in. Let's like kamikaze our way straight to the enemy. And let's see a bunch of Lachitic Legacy winged hussars, halberdiers, plumed archers, backed up by siege onagers, just try to rush this. At most, they'll get what? 20, 30 elephants? But what a sight it would be. Instead, they tap out. No surprise. I mean, who's kidding who? Slam's base is completely gutted. The Mayan base is now completely gutted. Except for this castle, which... Okay, one castle. Trade route is now in jeopardy. And you've got Mamelukes in the trade route. 26 kills, 3 trade cards. Oh, Chris. I really wanted to see Genitors in the last game with the Berbers. I really did. But yeah, Thomas, exactly. They can't, not with 107. They're down literally half, less than half the army count of their opponent. Even though their civilian population is decent, even if they reroute their trade, let's say over here or here, I mean, this is getting pressed into big time. There's now a Saracen castle. Our Saracen has 5 bombard cannons. And so the Mayan castle is going to fall as well. Okay, let's take a look at the stats. Wow, not halberdiers, but paladins from our Spaniard. Halberdiers from our Slav. No surprise there. Biggest donor was our Slav. Biggest recipient was our Saracen. This is how we held that aggression. Highest kill count. Not the highest, not very high, but the highest nevertheless. 301 kills. A couple of close ones. Our Slav with 290. Our Bengali 242. 268 for our Mayan. Aw, poor poor Slam. 11 kills only. 34 conversions for those Bengali monks. So maybe that was all part of the plan for Miguel. First, soften the enemy up by stealing their units, and then absolutely transition fully upgraded Bengali elephants. Absolutely bonkers. But like I said, it would have been nice to see one epic titanic clash here between these two armies. Unfortunately, that's all she wrote. And everyone, thank you so much for joining. And Rovsi, thanks for joining a few seconds before the game ended, but in any event, appreciate everyone. Thank you so much, and we'll be back tomorrow for the last quarterfinal. I believe there is one more, and then the semifinals are being played on July 20th. I appreciate you coming by anyway. And yeah, tomorrow will be the next and final quarterfinals, and then Friday probably we'll get back to streaming Rage Forest. Although there was a show match, a 2 versus 2. There's a new tournament of a 2 versus 2. Maybe we'll watch that on Friday. I think it had like Leary and Hart, if I'm not mistaken. I think maybe I'll find that match and that set, and we'll watch that on Friday. 2v2s are a lot of fun, as we saw last time we watched a 2 versus 2. But in any event, for tonight, Thomas, I wish you well at your work. Chris, I wish all the guests in your hotel fall asleep. Tomislav, if you're here, I promise we'll do some community games. Everyone else, I thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow. Let me have a fantastic night. Rovsi, thanks for joining. Kencho, buenas noches. And yeah, everyone else, I'll see you hopefully tomorrow. Have a great night and take care.